In this video introduction, we will show you how Locatee Analytics can be used to project space demand when moving to a new building. When you are planning for a new building, you can take into account current utilization data and therefore required capacity. You would make a projection of future required workplaces looking at the current maximum of workplaces in use at the location that you want to move to a new site. Additionally, you could apply your headcount growth ratio to the number of workplaces presently required. So in the example of site OM, there are 277 workplaces required. Assuming that current headcounts will be increased by 20%, also the number of workplaces that need to be provided would increase by 20% to 332. This analysis will support establishing workplace demand when moving teams from one site to a new building. When you are planning to move teams from different locations to one building, you can analyze specific team utilization in the assigned space module. There you can assess their respective space demand by looking at the metric required workplaces. Let's assume that the sales team is supposed to move to another location. Their peak utilization is at 44%, which leads to 26 workplaces being required. Now, if you wanted to make a forecast on how many workplaces will be required when teams grow, you could deploy the metric's optimal sharing ratio. It gives you insight into how a team uses the workspace and how many employees could be assigned by workplace. Let's look at the sales team again and assume they will grow by 20 team members. Based on current peak utilization, their optimal sharing ratio is at 2.32. That means that one desk can be shared by 2.32 employees. So for 20 additional sales employees, only 9 more workplaces would be needed. Therefore, by looking at different levels of utilization data, you are able to make strategic decisions on relocation of whole sites or single teams. Contact us to learn more.